My job is to make people happy. Isn't it great? Right? All I have to do is count the smiles. Right? So if you count the smiles, surely enough, at some point, the business will do okay. Right? So I think people, it's the reason why we are in F&B.
With 24 years of experience in the hospitality business, Manuel Palacio, also known as Manu, still finds excitement in running his latest Italian restaurant, dedicating most of his time and energy here. Although his company is based in Hong Kong, with many restaurants operating there, Manu decided to establish his own restaurant in the heart of Bangkok after just a week-long visit to the city, which he described as love at first sight.
I felt that the city was so vibrant and so exciting. A lot of very interesting restaurants. I felt that the quality of the food and the quality of the experience is very high. And I felt that the way people are enjoying the city as visitors and as an international hub, it has changed a lot versus 10 years ago when I used to come very often. But the moment that I spent 2 weeks in here, I just fell in love because I felt that Bangkok didn't finish for me. Every day was a new tier and something new to get to see.
Opening a restaurant in various countries means that there are many aspects to consider. Manu shared that the flip side of running a restaurant business in Thailand is that the cost of imported products is expensive, as the tax is quite high.
Labor in some cases could be higher or in some cases could be smaller. So as long as the equation works, it's okay from a financial point of view. The second piece, I think, is people. Right? And people, for me, is the most important part of the equation, especially if you want to create a hospitality house or a place where people are going to be looked after. In Bangkok, you may not have the culture of training for professional restaurants that you have in other cities, but the one thing you have is the willingness and the smiles. By default, we don't need to teach smiles. Smiles come already with the people. Training somebody on wine or training somebody on service or training somebody on making cocktails is a matter of a week or 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 12 weeks. But training somebody to smile, you could spend an entire life trying to train somebody and you would still not be able to train them.
In the past, Manu has lived on several continents and in numerous cities, including Madrid, New York, LA, London, and Hong Kong. As a globetrotter, he finds 2 cities particularly intriguing. There are Bangkok and Mexico City.
I think they are fun, right? They are cities where everything is possible. So having a city that so many people want to visit, right? And they have such a strong culture, the same way that Bangkok has it, Mexico has it, right? I think it's fantastic. Now, there are differences. From a hospitality or restaurant business point of view, Bangkok and Mexico are equally as exciting because both of them have autochthonous food, but they are very open for international food. But it's a very important difference is that Thailand is more friendly for people to get to do well. I think Mexico is still very unsafe, right? I would live in Mexico very happily. But security is something that for me personally is very important, and safety. And I felt that in Mexico, the level of safety is not necessarily as good as it is in Bangkok, right? Bangkok remains a very high security or safe city.
Manu also has a passion for hip-hop music. At the age of 18, he saved up some money and founded his own music recording company. He said he had great fun traveling with his artists to many countries in Europe. Unfortunately, during that time, the music industry shifted from CDs to MP3s, causing his business to fail financially. Nonetheless, Manu considers that experience one of his greatest successes.
And what did you learn from that failure?
I left Spain and I moved to UK. And out of being in UK, I developed my career in hospitality, and then I learned to speak a foreign language, and then I get to meet amazing people, and I end up in Asia, and I end up meeting a wonderful woman, and then being in a wonderful country, right? So if I look backwards, it's tremendous success. The one thing I've learned that I would take away is that only don't compromise and only do things that you love every day. I don't do something because it's a highest probability of making money. You gotta do something because it's a highest probability of having fun.
Manu also shared a secret to building a successful restaurant, which is that there is no autopilot. The owner must be consistent, hardworking, and spend countless hours on the floor taking care of the guests. Finally, their motivation should go beyond just making money.